Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm going to show you how to use the BodyTrack to do your own deep tissue massage on your upper and lower back. You'll want to either go shirtless, wear a tight-fitting shirt, or sports bra, because a loose shirt will wrap around underneath the balls and prevent you from rolling on them. In this video, you'll see me hold each position for just a few seconds or less. That's done to keep this video as short as possible. But when I do my own massage with the BodyTrack, I always hold each position for at least 12 seconds and often up to 60. Now, the first time you try the BodyTrack on your shoulders, I want you to make sure to use the two innermost tracks with your head resting on the center track divider. This will give you a gentler massage best suited for a beginner. No matter which tracks you use, remember that the massage balls should not touch your spine. In other words, you'll be positioning the BodyTrack so that your spine sits in the middle between the two massage balls. To get started at the shoulders, lie down with the balls in your hands and the BodyTrack a few inches beyond your head. Now reach up and place your fingers in the corners of the track and snug it up against your shoulders. Place the balls in the two innermost tracks, holding the balls in place against your shoulders with your thumbs. Next, scoot your feet up against your rear and lift your torso and rear in the air. Then roll up onto the balls by pushing a little against your feet. Once you're in position on top of the balls and you feel some pressure on your shoulders, clasp your hands together and raise your arms up to point at the ceiling with your elbows locked. Now you're ready to start counting. With your shoulders level, you'll count to a minimum of 12. As always, you want to count until you feel the pressure begin to fade somewhat. If you count to 60 and the pressure hasn't faded yet, stop and switch to a softer massage ball to reduce the pressure. If you want more pressure, there are a few ways to get it. First, make sure you're lifting your torso and buttocks. This will increase the pressure by applying more of your weight on the balls. Pointing your arms to the ceiling stretches your shoulders, and you'll feel more pressure as a result. Grasping your shoulders and pointing your elbows at the ceiling will stretch your shoulders even further. And finally, you can always use a harder and possibly smaller ball, with the maximum pressure coming from a lacrosse ball. Now that you understand the pressure dynamics, let's go through a really good complete routine for the back. After you've counted to at least 12 with your shoulders level, rotate slightly to one side so that you feel more pressure on one massage ball. Count again until the sensation fades, and then roll slightly in the other direction and count again. Then come back to center and extend your hands over your head to point behind you. Point them a little to the right and then a little to the left, always holding each position while you count. Next, unclasp your hands and wrap your arms around your shoulders, pointing your elbows to the ceiling. Count, then rotate a little to the right and then a little to the left. Now you're ready to roll lower down your back. To roll to a new position further down your back, you'll use the same procedure used for getting up on top of the balls. Make sure your rear and torso are lifted and push a little against your feet. Roll about a half inch further down your back. Then go through the same routine I just showed you until you get down near the bottom of your shoulder blades. As you get down near your mid-back, you'll notice that raising your arms and pointing your elbows up won't increase the pressure any longer. But the BodyTrack still works really well on your mid and lower back, and if you need it, you can always get more pressure with harder balls. In the mid and lower back area, instead of rotating your shoulders, you'll find that by rotating your hips, you can alternately apply pressure on one side and then the other, just as you did in the shoulder area. While doing this, you may find it's more comfortable to extend your arms out to your sides. Note that to get down to your waist, you'll have to reposition yourself at least once because the BodyTrack is intentionally made small to fit in a gym bag. Next, I'm going to start at the waist and work up towards the middle back. Here I find larger massage balls like these dimpled baseballs work best. Sit down against the massage track with the balls in the inner tracks at the far end. Now lean back with your elbows on the floor and hold the balls in place with your hands while you position yourself carefully so your spine doesn't touch the balls and sits in between them. As before, you'll count with your hips level, then rotate them to one side and count again, and then rotate to the other side for another count. Then you're ready to roll a half inch higher on your back. You may find it's easier to roll if you put your hands over your head and push with your fingers. After you've worked your back from shoulders to waist using the inner tracks, let's repeat the process, spacing the balls so there's one empty track in between them like this. This is a very powerful massage, so you may want to switch to a softer massage ball before trying it. Finally, if your shoulders are wide enough, finish off the back by repeating the process with the massage balls in the far outer tracks like this. This is also a sensitive area, so stay away from the harder balls. Now, if your shoulders aren't wide enough, you'll still want to try the outer tracks at your waist. If you only remembered one thing from this video, this is it. Holding your position and counting is critical. If instead you just roll around, you'll be wasting your time. That's the equivalent of bouncing while you stretch, and it doesn't work. Wherever you feel the most tenderness is where you want to count longer, because those are the areas where you need the most work, and where you'll benefit the most from applying pressure.